I consider one of my most important jobs is helping people to avoid taking medicine they don't need. And a recent article in the British Medical Journal talked about sleeping pills increasing the risk of death. That's serious business. It's good to get a good night's sleep, but you want to wake up. It's important. Any good doctor knows that a patient who's on the verge of having a problem with their breathing or their heart, if you make them sleep more soundly than they should, that might end their life. So of course that makes sense that that would create a problem. But they're talking about people who are otherwise pretty healthy and an increased risk of death. Well, I thought it was very interesting getting into the depth of the article that the difference between taking the sleeping pill and not taking the sleeping pill, it increased your risk of death by 1.3%, which means 0.3% increase in dying if you took a sleeping pill. So relatively pretty safe, but if you're that, 1 or 2 or 3 out of 1,000, you're still dead. So my suggestion is good sleep hygiene. Avoid caffeine, don't drink before bedtime, make sure your room's really, really dark and cool and you have good covers to keep you warm. That's the first step. And don't jump to a sleeping pill right away because that just seems a little excessive. But I think it's also excessive to be fearful because the increased risk of death. It's so tiny that I think that if you're taking a sleeping pill, you should not freak out. It shouldn't cause you to be fearful. And you should also know that these other methods, every sleep specialist knows is a great place to start.